there is a huge rise of crazy wellness influencers and trends coming all over the internet. Hello, everyone, and welcome once again. So, this is going to be a reactionary episode of me reacting to many of these crazy, trendy influencers regarding health and wellness, and we are also going to talk about holistic health. Let's go. The wellness industry is really famous throughout millennia, but since the late 2000s it has grown mainstream with the rise of various diets like the Atkins diet, the South Beach diet, the vegan diet, and like that is like getting really important place in our society. Now health and wellness is extremely essential.
I myself struggle with health and weight issues and also body image anxiety etc. That is why I created a video so that we could achieve realistic standards and not fall for shitty trends.
And now recently among the westerners the trend of holistic health, which has been practiced in the east for centuries, is going mainstream, and I think that's a really great thing. So holistic health basically means having a natural approach to health using natural alternatives or non-toxic alternatives or traditional alternatives.
Though I struggle, I spend time in the nature, exercise, and also practice grounding and meditation. I also strive to use non toxic and herbal products as they are really good, and I also strive to eat nutritious food.
And I think that there is many good and positive things among this holistic health movement and the wellness and health movement too. Like many people are focusing on their health and practicing self-care, which is really great, but there are many other toxic elements which need to be discussed. I think that holistic health and the health stream believes that health is an means to an end in itself. So the most important goal of the human that should be good health and wealth, which I don't think is right, especially if you are a Christian. Your ultimate goal should not be this. Your ultimate goal should be to glorify God. There is this rise of anti-vegan influences, particularly those from that right-winger conservative background, like Paul Saladino, Alex Clark, etc. Now, there are some things which they are saying is correct. That firstly, meat is more bioavailable as compared to plant products, which is kind of true, and the animal protein is the first class protein, which I think is kind of correct. And humans, like initially they were vegans, and slowly after the flood of the Noah's ark they started eating meat. So I think that humans are like adapted to be omnivores, but like for most of us it's not wrong to consume a vegan or a carnivore diet.
Drinking cow's milk?
Yeah, the sign.
You drink cow's 2%? What do you do?
Wow, you
Oh,
guys
no,
are
baby.
men.
That's
Yes.
manly. That's
is.
manly. No, that's
Wait, a guy
attractive.
drinks cow's milk?
Honestly, that's just an entirely new green flag that we have never tapped into. Yeah. But a
Waving
guy
girls.
still drinks whole milk.
If I'm on a coffee,
Just drinks.
Food. There is a scientific reason that women are not attracted to the vegan soy boy milk bros. That food is filled with ingredients that increase estrogen. It's literally turning you into a woman, and it is giving you man boobs.
You are not less than a man or a woman if you don't consume meat. Like there are so less expectations for women in this conservative world, and they will lecture. But when it comes to men, there are so many expectations. The way these people are demonizing oat milk and drinking oat milk is not manly is really bullshit. And you should be understanding that the most important quality in a person is not what he drinks or what he eats or what he wears, etc. It's the character. I will anytime prefer a liberal or a vegan guy who is more godly or more good than some random meat eating guy who is red pilled and who is crazy. So yes, this is like this social media sphere is raising unrealistic expectations, saying that consuming meat is manly. Now, soy does have some estrogenic effects, but like there are many other vegan or vegetarian alternatives which are not at all doing that. In fact, there are many men who consume a plant-based diet and are still manly. So yes, Alex Clark, please research before saying some shitty advice. Paul Saladino, who like left the carnivore diet sphere, is saying that lentils are bad, nuts are bad.
Look at this. I could never eat this many lentils per day. That's so many lentils. That's crazy. You would have to eat almost 8 cups of cooked lentils per day to get the optimal amount of leucine, an essential amino acid for muscle growth and repair. But that same amount of leucine is found in about 8 ounces of ground beef. That looks much easier to eat, and that has tons of other nutrients, proteins, amino acids in plant foods. While you can absorb them, they're much less bioavailable than protein and amino acids in meat. So if we're talking about muscle growth, muscle maintenance, muscle repair, stimulating muscle protein synthesis, getting your protein from meat is far superior to plant foods. We told you fat, this is completely false. Guys, do not your meat. You want muscles to look good, to be strong, for kids, for your grandkids, to lose weight, to improve metabolism. This is quality meat, and maybe this is like rabbits or something. You'll pass a lot of gas. It's like that.
I don't eat meat because it clogs arteries. I eat oatmeal for breakfast every morning because fiber is essential. I don't drink raw
What
milk because of
kind of this?
bacteria.
It's
I swap
okay
butter for
if you
margarine because
want
I don't want a
to
heart
eat
attack.
meat.
If you believe in
You
any of these
cannot
statements, then you have been
force.
fooled by the biggest scam of all, the food system. Remember, they can only make money off of sick people, not healthy people. So which one will you be?
Oh my my god, goodness, what about Japanese people? What about that in those Indian people who consume dal chawal? Like it's my daily meal, almost like daily, at least 4 to 5 times a week. I consume dal chawal, particularly when there are holidays, and like it is a really really good comfort food. It is really healthy. Also, you should stop demonizing plant foods, and even vegans should understand that not everyone can be a vegan. So this is for both of them. So yes, please respect each other's diet choices. Lentils, pulses, plant foods like vegetables and grains are really really healthy, and they contain a lot of proteins and carbs, etc. And for some people, raw milk is not suitable. Like the raw milk influencers and the raw meat influencer thing is trending, and I think that raw milk is comparatively healthier in and itself. But like since the industrialization, there is like a lot of germs produced like in the unhygienic conditions. Like if it's factory produced, then I won't encourage. I think that a locally produced like raw milk is really really healthy. Even with meat and eggs, consume healthy ones. And there are many ethical issues. You can check my veganism episode out there.
Life gets good when you realize that a fatty ribeye is healthier and far more nutritious than some broccoli or a spinach salad.
I hate to break it to you, but you do not need to eat carbs. I haven't eaten a single carb, piece of fruit, or vegetable in 6 years, and I'm not dying of low
If
energy,
it
nor have I
works
wrecked my
for you,
hormones.
that's
I've actually
okay,
lost
but you
25 pounds, now
cannot
have painless
blatantly
periods, unbelievably
demonize
stable
carbs,
energy, and mood
fruits,
because
and
my body burns
vegetables.
fat for fuel now. So who else has ditched the carbs?
It's okay to consume meat. Kale is not bullshit. Kale is not Satan. Even seed oils, etc., are not demonic in and itself. If they are cold pressed, if they are healthily produced, if they are eaten in moderation, then there is no problem in kale. With seed oils, I agree there is an issue. You should consume it in very small amounts, and if possible, you should switch to healthier alternatives like olive oil or coconut oil. But blatantly demonizing the kale is really problematic. It's not a sin to consume seed oils or vegetables. So stop, like, even though it's satire, I agree, you should be understanding the context well.
I am a victim of vegan propaganda. I have not eaten meat in 4 years, but this week, that is about to change.
Is a scam. Hi, Beyond Meat is a scam. This is my cartridge. Feminism is a scam. Feminism is a scam.
Vegan propaganda, yes, there is something true that many people force and demonize the meat eaters.
So stop consuming milk. Where do I get my calcium from? Most original source of calcium comes from the earth grass. But then why do they say that milk has calcium? It has calcium, no doubt. Because when the grass grows, it pulls out this calcium from the ground and puts it in the grass. What is the cow feed on the grass? So it eats grass all day, and the calcium goes from the ground to the grass, to the cow, to our milk, and then we drink that milk, and the calcium transfers to us. So just gonna do it. We can just get it directly. We don't have to eat grass, but if we just simply start eating plant-based foods that grow on the ground, all plant-based foods have calcium. We don't need milk. There are certain plant-based foods which have more calcium. For example, sesame seeds, which is made by just soaking 2 tablespoons of sesame seeds in water, blending it with water the next day, and that's it. That gives you as much calcium than a glass of cow's milk would.
And meat is not unhealthy. Meat is a superfood. But remember, it doesn't suit everyone. Now we'll talk about that second trend, this crazy aesthetic wellness trends, like consuming a huge glass of green juice or that bloom supplements thing, which is not even third party tested.
My morning as a wellness influencer, I start my day with some ethical Peruvian cacao and prepare some raw liver, remembering that digestion starts with the mouth. I then walked barefoot to my nearest private beach to do my daily perineum summit.
It's good. You want to get easily digestible, convenient grass, wheatgrass, kale, spinach. Your contribute to kidney stones. You've got isothiocyanates, which are going to harm. Not nearly as bioavailable as they are in animal foods. So if you want vitamins and minerals that are bioavailable,
I agree
meat or nuts are the
partially
true superfoods
here
and a way to get your nutrients.
because
Whey powders,
excess
not so much in my
greens
opinion.
could
It's kidney stones.
cause
You've got isothiocyanates.
leaky gut.
You're concentrating defense chemicals. You've got oxalates.
Today was literally the busiest and most exhausting day of my life. Like, here's my to-do list. I'm tired just from looking at it. First, I went to Starbucks because I needed a lot of energy if I was going to get through the day. I got a matcha and I literally chugged it. Then I sat in my car and did some deep breathing exercises because I was not mentally prepared for everything I had to do. I did some light shopping at Target. I only spent like
Relatable,
$800,
but
and
I will
here's some
spend
candles and stuff on my
$300
cream. Then I
for
got home
like
and opened
6-7
so many
months of
stupid PR packages.
groceries.
Now, I'm not against consuming these supplements, but you have to be really, really discerning when it comes to what you consume. And especially when you're promoting it all over social media, you have an influential figure. I don't consume a lot of these things, but sometimes I consume the special detox juice, at least like once in 2 weeks, etc., made from neem, apple cider vinegar, turmeric, and water. And sometimes I add jaggery, which has been really, really great for my skin, for my gut, etc. And we have to understand that it's not wrong to consume green supplements or these probiotic supplements, etc., which you all are promoting, but we should know that these are costly and this is not affordable by everyone. This is not a one size fits all. Fitness and health and what you eat and drink is not a one size fits all solution.
You don't need to wake at 5 and consume a humongous amount of greens and nutritional supplements to be healthy.
So yes, promoting overconsumption and overpriced items is kind of problematic. You should tell some natural alternatives too, and you should research things. Like if you have a huge figure or if you are promoting it. Now about my diet, I follow a very very simple omnivorous diet, like normal diet I consume, and like it's really really healthy and beneficial for me. and I eat meat like around 2 to 3 times a week. Everybody has different standards of health, wellness, and these attributes. So please understand and respect. There is like one girl who is clean, like putting stickers, putting pillow on the toilet, and eating.
Like seriously? While cleaning the toilet, imagine how much problem she could cause.
Now, up to some extent, I can understand, but decorating your toilet as if it's a bed or a aesthetic spa zone is really, really problematic. Like, it will get dirty. This overconsumption is leading to the harm of environment. You can check my aesthetics episode. There are some who say that I'm this type of wellness girly and not.
Oui, 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 oui. Veux-tu le ciel de Capri?
It's okay if you eat meat or if you're that Christian trad wellness girly. But dear trads, understand that not everything revolves around you. Not everyone consumes the same diet or has the same lifestyle or values as of yours. So please respect. There is one influencer who drinks urine for his anti-aging benefits, for skincare. He ferments it for 1 month and it's really, really icky.
That I've shown is it's good for parasites, it's good for your gut microbiome. So of course we can drink a little bit and see what happens. Use it ultimately is topically. So you put a little bit in your hand there, and then you just rub it on your skin.
What is the science behind drinking your own pee? It's good for parasites. It's extremely powerful in the morning, and the topical I really like for the skin as well. I do use it for my skin. So you pee on your skin? I pee in a mason jar and I let it ferment for a couple weeks.
When it comes to the urine therapy, I love it. I just love it. I don't advocate it because it's such a mind for most people.
Yeah.
And I'm already mind people with other good information. The urine therapy is not really where I start people off.
I hear you.
Like what? You're drinking your own waste, like you're a pudgy, according to the people. But these holistic health influencers won't criticize them, but they'll rather criticize the Indians who drink this much. That too for a religious purpose. And like this is really, really icky. It's parasitic, it destroys your health, etc. So yes, other than just because something is holistic does not mean it's right. It's okay even if you're a Christian to consume holistic things, as long as you don't rely on the elemental spiritual sense. You have to understand that exercises, herbs, etc. are all given by God. But Satan twists that narrative by, instead of glorifying God, he encourages you to consume, like worship nature, and that is really, really like wrong. So yes, as long as you're doing it's fine. And just because something is holistic does not mean that it is correct or it's healthy. Sometimes you need modern medicine. And as a semi-crunchy person myself, I personally prefer non-toxic things. It's really healthy, it's really godly, but not every time it works. Especially not drinking urine, etc. Even the tallow thing is great, but if you don't like to consume, if you don't like to fry in it, or if you don't like to put in the face, that's perfectly fine. Also, there is one influencer who like consumes, like does that Barbie biryani and the Parle Ji biryani. Like what?
आज की बिरयानी है चाय बिरयानी। कैन यू इमेजिन गाइस? क्योंकि मैंने सोचा कोर्स इंटरनेशनल है, पर चाय तो देसी है ना, और हर किसी का टच है। और हमने क्या किया पता, चाय पत्ती को इन्फ्यूज किया बॉइल्ड चावल में, और हर चावल के अंदर उसका फ्लेवर है। तो गाइस आज हमने बनाई है आइसक्रीम बिरयानी। कैन यू इमेजिन? बार्बी बिरयानी अच्छी लग रही है ना, पिंक कलर का मसाला, पिंक कलर की राइस, एंड तो अभी बहुत कुछ पिंक आना बाकी है। स्टेज ठीक है, सोचो ये क्या है? ये उसी बार्बी बिरयानी का रायता है। बार्बी बिरयानी का रायता बार्बी होना चाहिए ना, पूरा नहीं है। थोड़ी कैन लाएंगे रायते में, रायते में बिरयानी के साथ बार्बी रायता।
Please stop normalizing nonsense, tasteless recipes. No one will like eating from a toilet.
This is really, really crazy. Like we want our biryani. There are lots of biryanis, and if you did that Barbie biryani, that was fine. But nobody will like the Parle Ji biryani instead of the meat or vegetable pieces. Please give me some traditional biryani, please. There is a crazy trad wife woman who has told us the recipe of how to make water from ice, from steam, etc.
Before bed, my kids requested a glass of water, so I started with having jars of water that I melted down from freshly fallen snow. Placed them directly beneath the full moon to absorb the moon's energy before adding it to a can over low to medium heat. I added a few ice cubes, adding a few cubes, flavors in the water, 4 ingredients of ice. I harvested directly from the glacier. That's where I chopped up some vegetables safe from 150 to 57, and added that in before straining it into a container. So I my baking pan, I added some liquefied ice, and my water spiced and baked at 750 degrees until it's fully melted. While that baked, I blended some ice together while smelling the first batch, scooped the ice cream into a glass before adding a bit of ice for garnish, removing any dirties, test before giving it to the chef.
You need to do that 1 hour long procedure, which is going to give you the same product, only with a different temperature and state. Like what bullshit narratives this people are promoting? Like there is the raw meat influencer or eat only meat.
This is me fertility maxing at 20 years old. I want to be a trad wife. My boyfriend loves raw beef testicles, so I'm making a testicle soup for my boyfriend. He likes to eat them raw, and I don't know if he's with veins or worms, but I love it too. Eat it raw together, and we're doing ovaries as well. This is maxing out fertility, so we can have like 7 to 15 kids in an off-grid homestead. We have sweet potatoes, butternut squash, bean boiled, I some onions before I chop up our raw beef testicle and ovaries. This is fertility maxing for both of us. Benefiting both of us. My ovaries love it. His testicle, no, but we split the onions, we blend it in after we cook the organs medium rare, and then once the soup is boiled with all vegetables, we add it all in and kind of blend together. It was like oatmeal, and it makes soup. We add some bacon as well. So good.
These are setting unrealistic expectations to be that perfect Christian woman. See, these are not the requirements to be a godly woman.
Raw meat is not suitable for everyone. In fact, it's kind of dangerous. Like, it's okay if you consume raw foods, it's okay if you consume a liquid diet, but this doesn't mean you should do it excessively, especially if you're living in a metro city, because there are a lot of unhygienic things done. I think that this trad wife content is bullshit, and it leads to a lie of many women believing that you have to do all these things to be godly. It's okay if you do those things, but these are not the requirements to be a good wife or a good mother. What? I'm an anti-feminist, so I can cook. I'm an anti-feminist, so I've given my birth, like my child's birth at home. I am anti-feminist because I consume raw meat and all. What bullshit?
I'm anti-feminist. Of course I birthed my baby at home.
I'm anti-feminist. Of course I track my menstrual cycle instead
This
of taking toxic birth
point
control.
was
I'm
actually
anti-feminist. Of
valid.
course I heal my menstrual
This
cycle
one
with
is
raw liver
really
and beef
BS.
after 8 years of veganism. I'm anti-feminist. Of course I know I can do whatever a man can do. Why would I want to?
Like, feminists didn't snatch this from you. Now, I agree that some aspects of feminism are wrong. They demonize the stay-at-home mom and all. But if someone wants to have a career, then it's okay. It's her choice. And like, it's nothing wrong in like being a silky mom, or not give your birth in home, or not consume raw meat, or not be crunchy, or like show off like what you do, or to do the trad feminine jobs. If you do, then that's fine. Women are not designed to have like this extreme masculine jobs. I agree. It's okay to be crunchy, but be mindful. This is what I am saying.
Stop using ice in your drinks and instead use frozen vegetables. For the new year, I'm trying to eat healthier, so I just add frozen vegetables into my freezer, and every time I have a drink, I use these vegetables instead of ice. It makes it a great way to get in my daily vegetables without even noticing.
I like this frozen vegetable substitution for ice is really, really BS. It's okay if you consume plain ice. It's not junk. And firstly, you should be encouraging people to consume healthy juices or healthy foods rather than adding the vegetables to the cold drinks which are highly processed in sugar. You can now see how many dirty ingredients like palm oil are added to your favorite foods like ice creams, chocolates, chips, etc. Just look. Please be careful with what ice cream you consume. Please don't consume frozen desserts. Palm oil is known to have diabetes, cancer, etc. There is now a crazy trend of the aesthetic skincare influencers like Botox, etc.
No problem. I don't care. You are you, I'm me.
It's great, but always seek medical consultation.
Now, as someone who does like such skin treatments, like I don't do Botox or any harsh treatment, but I do light skincare treatments. I love to do good treatments like salmon sperm, etc. And like, I highly encourage, if you are, it's really necessary, you have to understand that doing in excess is wrong. There is a limit, and you should be doing under a professional person. Promoting it anyhow like it's a simple moisturizer is really problematic. It has caused a lot of damage to the skin.
Massive fan of Shilpa Shetty. When I see her interviews and videos now, she's absolutely botoxed and she's talking about self-love. And Shilpa Shetty, like, you can't just lift up your buggle and do like 10 Surya Namaskars. I think that you are some yogi because half the shit on your body is surgically done. Yeah. And for me, yoga has been like falling in love.
It's perfectly fine if Sushmita does Botox. You're not lacking self-love if you take care of yourself or do certain procedures. As long as you don't do it excessively or to demonize your natural features, there is no problem. And remember, everybody is imperfect, and if Shilpa Shetty does yoga imperfectly, then there is no problem in it. See, she struggles, and it's okay. You are a human. Just bullying someone because of their imperfections does not mean that you love yourself or you're perfect. You are the most insecure person ever. So yes, stop being narcissistic. Remember, you'll never be enough. What? This is plain consumerism and wastage. So yes, please stop listening to this bullshit apply excess idea. Sometimes if you apply a lot, it doesn't work. In fact, the plan could backfire and cause harm to your skin. Because of overconsumption, many people are becoming really, really proud, and I think this is problematic. This overconsumption of milk, like nobody's going to drink this milk. Like 75 to 80% of this milk, this aesthetic things is going to go to waste. This ice cubes, etc. So yes, please make it in moderation and don't waste the struggle which the farmer has made.
Sunshine, lollipops,
like what kind of wastage and mess to the car and the fridge.
Today I'm surprising my parents by making an ice cream drawer in their freezer. I added all their favorite ice creams and mixed them all up, and whenever they want ice cream, they can just scoop it out. I'm so excited for them to see this.
Recently, Russell Brand left veganism, and like many people said, oh, he's a Christian. So now I agree that we should not put animals above humans, but like being a vegan and being a Christian is not mutually exclusive. You can be a Christian and a vegan. Perfectly makes sense. Recently, a girl who slept with 1,057 men in 12 hours says that those fluids make her skin look great.
This is what my face looks like after taking 1,000 men less than 12 hours ago. I told you girls, taking fluids.
Despite being 25, you look like 45.
The big 1000 was completely done.
Like what BS? There are STDs, there are many health implications with that. So please people stop promoting and normalizing hookup cultures. Remove your OnlyFans account and please like live good godly lives. Like what she's saying is wrong. Like what kind of random guy must be sleeping with her?
They'll make you start puberty early. This is why we buy raw milk from the farm. Pesticide, poison. It has to say grass-fed and finished. Soybean oil. We'll just make it up. Absolutely not. This has aspartame. You know that turns into formaldehyde in your body.
It's great that you are finding non-toxic products, but this unnecessary fear is problematic. No food is perfect in today's day. Here it is shown that how much perfume is toxic. See, perfume contains ingredients like alcohol, but we should be choosing non-toxic perfumes. But be realistic.
Also, we should not be having like too much focused and too much tensed about our health. It's okay to take care, but it's not wrong to consume junk food in occasion. Thank you guys for listening to this wellness reaction podcast. I think we need some sensible dietitians and sensible diet, health, and fitness influencers. I personally really love to take care of myself and my body. We should be taking care of ourselves as our bodies are a temple of the Holy Spirit. God has created our bodies fearfully and wonderfully. We are created in His image, particularly if we are Christians. So yes, do share your thoughts on this holistic health wellness. I really like it in the comments. Bye. Happy Republic Day in advance.